It's time now for the International Press Review, and for that I'm joined by Nicholas Rushworth. Hello,
Hi,
Nicholas. Starting off with coverage of that first presidential debate in the US, and you've got a bit of a tongue-in-cheek example for us.
Well, I can show you first the International Herald Tribune front page. There we can see preparations underway at the University of Denver in Colorado. Now, inside the International Herald Tribune today is a cartoon that caught my eye, and it sort of suggests that this is a form versus content TV debate, because the debate host turns to Mitt Romney and Barack Obama and says to them, well, the issues for you guys are, number one, sound bites, number two, quips, and number three, body language. Now, just to look at the local press in Denver itself, the Denver Post is asking, will this debate be a game changer? The article there is saying, well, that Obama, in fact, can sometimes have a condescending tone, and the short answer format is not at all his top skill. Now, Romney, it says, has been preparing, in fact, since June, and so maybe he has the edge. That is obviously subject to debate. One comment in that article there is, in fact, that early voting is underway in some key states, such as Iowa and Ohio. Now, that article there ends saying Super Bowl-style transformative moments just do not happen in TV debates like this.
What are the papers saying about those surprising election results in Georgia?
Well, generally, the feeling is that this is a milestone for Georgia. I turn to the Moscow Times, which says in an editorial, well, not an editorial, a comment piece, that this is democracy in action. Now, it's arguing that Georgian elections have never been about policies, but about personalities, but the fact that Georgians have voted in an election that had an unpredictable outcome is significant progress.
So that election is over, but there's another one coming up in another part of the world, obviously.
Well, a major personality, of course, Hugo Chavez on Sunday. He's in a presidential election against his rival, Enrique Capriles, and most of the pro-Chavez press, of course, are singing his praises, saying that the socialist Bolivarian revolution must continue. But I saw this piece. It was written in English in the Caracas paper, El Universal, and it's saying, well, there you can see the headline there, fear. If anything, fear is greater now than it was in 2006. The Chavez government is saying there could be a civil war if the opposition wins. The Bolivarian revolution is armed, it's saying. Now, that comment piece there is saying that, in fact, according to the writer, the crowds turning out for Enrique Capriles are much greater, much bigger than for Hugo Chavez. So that's one to look out for on Sunday.
And you're ending with a travel piece and a 50th anniversary.
Well, Love, Love Be Do is a kind of classic hit of the Beatles. It was their first single, and it's the 50th anniversary on Friday. So that's an opportunity for the UK paper, The Independent, to have a little travel piece. Why not head to places associated with the Beatles, such as Amsterdam or San Francisco, India? And most of the focus is on Liverpool, of course, where the Cavern has been rebuilt, and you can have a magical mystery tour of the Cavern if you want, or you can visit John Lennon's childhood home or Paul McCartney's childhood home. The thing I loved about this travel piece was, in fact, you could actually book a night in the Yellow Submarine narrowboat, which is parked in Albert Dock in Liverpool. So fabulous opportunity for us to relax a bit and enjoy a bit of Beatles music, which is the best.
OK, thank you very much, Nicholas, for taking us through the international papers.